Well, that's all she wrote. This game was about as crazy as a game 5 where a team is up 3-1 could possibly be. Obviously, if the Dodgers lose, they still have 2 more chances, but the way this game started, it looked like all that momentum the Yankees had built up last night with the 11-run trounce was going to make things really tough should this series make its way back to Los Angeles for a potential Game 6. First inning, I had a feeling. I called it out. I said, Judge is about to homer. And homer, he did. First pitch, center cut fastball that he punishes the other way, sending it 400-plus feet into the right field seats, just like he did so many times in the regular season. Then it's Jazz Chisholm going back-to-back, and before Jack Flaherty and the Dodgers could even blink, the Yankees are up 3-0, with Garrett Cole throwing a gem on the mound. The Dodgers didn't even have a hit up until the 5th inning, and it'd only get worse as Giancarlo Stanton would unload a 2-run shot, and the Yankees looked like they were about to run away with back-to-back games and potentially make history. No team that was down 3-0 in the World Series has ever even made it to Game 6, let alone, of course, win the championship. But everything would change in the 5th, an absolutely unprecedented meltdown that I truly, about an hour or so later writing this, cannot believe what happened. The Dodgers would finally land that first hit off the bat of Kike, and then all hell would break loose. Aaron Judge can't catch a soft liner. Anthony Volpe makes a throwing error to third, and LA has the bases loaded with nobody out. We've talked about it all series. The biggest separator between these two teams has been simple executing. The Yankees have shot themselves in the foot time after time, making these kind of mistakes. But by some miracle and some fantastic pitching by Garrett Cole, Lux and Shohei would strike out. 2 men out and nearly out of a dreadful inning. Mookie dribbles a ball to Rizzo, who has nobody at the bag to make the out. This cannot happen. This is dotting your I's. This is crossing your T's. Never, never, never assume the first baseman is just going to get there. Because Mookie, he knows the situation. It's the fucking World Series. He is beelining out of the box, and he has it in his head, I'm going to beat this out. And Rizzo, who gets it, I'm sure expected to see number 45. Old Tony doesn't move as quick as he used to, and he can't get there in time. The inning could have ended there. Still 5-0 Yankees, and a sweeping, deflating feeling for the Dodgers for stranding the bases loaded with nobody out. But instead, it's 5-1, and the inning continues. Freddie Freeman, no homer, but he come through with the 2-run single up the middle, 5-3. And Teoscar Hernandez punishes a hanging slider to bring in 2 more, 5-5. Cole was spectacular all night, but it's the fundamentals that cost the Yankees this game and a shot to keep fighting for the World Series. The game's not over, of course, but the entire tone of the game just changed in a matter of 10 minutes. All credit to the Yankee bats, they did not give up. They wasted very little time, and Stanton knocks in another on a sac fly, 6-5. And that lead would hold up until the away half of the 8th, where 3 straight base runners get on off of Tommy Kahnle, and then it's the Dodgers' turn to play tactical sacrificial baseball. 2 sac flies to bring in the tying and go-ahead runs, 7-6, with just 6 more outs to get. The hero tonight, in my mind, might have to be Blake Treinen. The Dodgers' bullpen was torn up. Of course, they had the bullpen game yesterday. The lower leverage guys filled up the game. But tonight, Dave Roberts and the Dodgers had to burn through the pen after the awful start from Flaherty. Past Treinen, the only other guys available were the 4 that pitched last night, Kasperius, Hudson, Knack, and Honeywell, and the starters, Yoshinobu and Walker Buehler. He inherited 2 runners after the Dodgers had given up the lead, and he got out of it to stop the bleeding. And in the 8th, Trinan would have to pull a Houdini again. 2 on, 2 out, 42 pitches deep, gets Rizzo to strike out. Electric stuff, and the Dodgers owe him dearly for the 7 big outs that he got tonight. Bottom of the 9th, last chance, Dave Roberts makes the call for Walker Buehler. Yeah, the same Walker Buehler that started Monday's game. Here he is needing 3 outs with just a 1-run lead. In my opinion, Walker's the best possible option left in that very depleted bullpen. Yes, he's tired. If you win, who cares? You've got until February to rest, and it proved to be just that. The right decision, because the Yankees would go 1-2-3, and the Dodgers are World Series champions. An absolute classic of a game, and honestly, a very fun series, even if it only went 5 games. The opener and closer of this series alone was worth it. And although I would have liked to see a more competitive series, you've got these 2 titans, the 2 biggest brands across all of baseball, across most of North American sports. It only going to 5 is a bummer, but it was still a blast to watch. Congratulations, Dodgers. The big checks paid off. They built a great team that battled through injury after injury to that rotation, and they didn't let that stop them. As for the Yankees, not nearly how you'd like this season to end. And it's going to make these next weeks to months very interesting. Does Juan Soto resign? If he does, how does that affect what other signings the Yankees make or can make? That's probably for another day.